Hi everybody, it's James and welcome back to Corby Town. So, we are here for Juventus and a home game where we hope to take the first leg and really just roll on to our trophy-laden season. Let's talk about the Brighton game. Mainly because it was a great game. Super happy with it. Hope had a perfect hat trick, so left foot, right foot header, which has brought his goal total up again. And we played our I look at this guy as the Paul Brownlee in waiting, future prospect, Czech Republic right winger, who will definitely be taking over for Paul Brownlee, who I know we're not going to think about it, but he is 27. So maybe the thoughts are thinking about maybe getting him to think about more playing in a midfield role soon. Start training him as like a deep line playmaker or an advanced playmaker, because he does have the passing and the vision and the work rate to play as a midfielder. I think he'd be a darn good midfielder. But something to think of. And then this guy is obviously he's played 9 games. He's played 1 game in the Carabao Cup, gotten 2 goals and an assist. And he played 1 game in the Premier League and has a goal and an assist. So, yeah, he's a hot prospect. I'm excited to have him. We may loan him out next season to get more game time between Northampton and Swansea. We've got a couple of good English teams that we can send him to. I think it'll be huge for his development because I'm really excited to see where that guy can go. Now, what does this mean for all this game? Well, we also had a problem in training, and that is that Valdison fractured his cheekbone. Now, the doctor said that he could play through the injury, but I decided to just rest him because Hope, if you look at their statistic, Hope has 11 goals and 6 assists, and Valdison has 9 goals and 25 assists. So we're not going to lose much having Hope take over for Valdison. I mean, he is England's, attacking midfielder. He's an England international with 29 caps and 27 goals. We're not losing out. We're like Valdison, once again, has 27 caps and 9 goals, but he plays a different position for Brazil. So we're not losing out a whole lot by playing Hope for the last couple games of the season. Really, it's Zebra, Bournemouth, Zebra again, Southampton, Manchester United, and then Liverpool and then West Ham, and then Liverpool. So Valdison feasibly could be back for this game, and maybe even back for the Champions League final if we get there. But we'll see. As for today's game, this is how we're going to line up. By the way, the assistant rates Eloy Bauman higher than Klopner. So we need to start having a discussion here, folks. And I'm going to start it in this video, and we'll discuss it all the way through till the end of the season and into off season. EFG. Bauman versus Klopner. Now, if you look at them, this is how they stack up next to each other. Pros and cons. Bauman has made 24 appearances, 3 off the bench, 2 goals, 9 assists, 7 yellow cards. Klopner has had 8 assists, 1 goal, and 31 appearances, plus 1 off the bench. Klopner is a little bit taller, and they're both left-footed. When it comes to attributes, we want to look at them as wing-backs on support. Crossing goes Bauman's way. When dribbling goes Klopner's way. First touch goes Bauman's way. Marking, passing goes Bauman's way. And passing heavily Bauman's way. Tackling and technique go Klopner's way. When it comes to work rate, Klopner has a higher work rate than Bauman. Positioning, teamwork, they're the same. Off the ball is on Klopner. Positioning is on Bauman. Anticipation is Bauman. And they're both the same in concentration and decisions. When it comes to the physical stats, Klopner has a bit more acceleration, the same agility. He's more balanced and definitely more jumping reach. But Bauman is more naturally fit, has the same pace, and he's got more stamina. And he is slightly stronger. So physically, you'd say mentally they're the same. Physically, he is stronger. Technically, Bauman is stronger. Klopner still counts as an international, or Bauman is English, even though he plays for Holland. He has English as a second citizenship. Do we start to make the transition to Bauman? Because here's the other thing: we still have Silvar as our kind of like rotational, like left back option. And then we also have a couple of young kids coming through. Obviously, we picked up Matt Old, who is going to develop nicely, a 17-year-old hot English preacher prospect. He was strangely right-footed, but that's fine. But we also have, if you look at our development center here, we look at our loanies, where are they? We have Junior, who can play as a left back and a right back. We also have, not Yarek, where are they? We've got Broadbent, who is an English right back, who looks like he could have some talent about him as well. And is it? It's not Lefebvre. It's not Bliss, though. Bliss was a swing and a miss and a striker. Not Bancroft. Nick Lloyd? No, Nick Lloyd's the striker, who we may have to consider using as a third choice striker next year. Not Gilberto Lopez. Yeah. Not Ivo Dershchik. Yes, here we go. Alexander Levy, who is a homegrown potential left back who is marking, tackling, like he's not the fastest, but he is a solid defensive left back. And who was the other one? Yeah, Josh Darling, who is another guy we can see coming through. So we have like young and talented left backs in our youth pipeline. And I think we even have one in our under 23s, right? That's Abraham Cruz. I swear to God, we had like another left back somewhere. I could be crazy. Anyways, thoughts. Because Kopner we got for $88 million, and he's been a huge servant. I mean, nobody can doubt what he's done for the team. I mean, this is his best year average rating wise, but he's never been like the attacking left back. He's always been just like the solid defensive left back. And with the way our team is set up, do we want somebody who's a little bit more attacking playing behind Gilbert? Or do we want that defensive player? Because, you know, Gilbert is like 28 goals this season. Food for thought. Anyways, Aslani, Bedov, Groshi, Lemon, Kopner, Carnival, Brum, Hope, Gilbert, Brownlee, and Gillette play with a bench of Bauman, Siasco, Zaya, Encina, Don Jurgen, and Robinson. Reason for a lot of these guys not doing is because they played a couple days ago. Ulysses would want to be on the bench and probably should be. So we'll just take Encina off. That way we have a John Hope replacement and also any one of the midfielders. So here we are. This is against pretty much Juventus is the rejects of Corby Town FC. Ometrovic, Martin, both of our former players. Hashimoto also played for us for a long time as well. It's nice to see these guys again. It'll be even better. It's a big match, and I want the players to step up. The Glades will look sharp in training, particularly with their system. So here we are. We have the home leg. So a strong showing in the home leg will do wonders for us. They have our three former players, Ometrovic and Martin on the wings. I think they're playing their as winger positions and not inside forwards, if I'm not mistaken. As Martin sends it, Groshi clears it, and okay, it's 2-on-1, but Gillette decides he's going to beat his man, and okay, there we go. From a header, a defensive header, Gillette runs the length of the pitch and scores it. You guys can't tell me that he is not the best striker in the world. Like, hands down, not the best striker. What happened? Tight groin for Gilbert. He'll survive. I'm pretty sure he'll survive. Carnival has a yellow card. Also, not a big deal for me. Not worried about it. Gilbert is immediately coming right back. I would demand more, but how can I demand more after the first minute when Yannick goes and does that? And it's the reason why we keep everybody back on defensive headers. Is it like it? So they pull their offense, and we have Brownlee and Gillette at the top of the box. And the reason for that is that they're at the top of the box because they're our two fastest players. So we get a defensive header clear to them. It's going to be a foot race between those two guys and their center backs. And I don't know many center backs that are going to be able to keep up with Yannick. Even if they got a head start. I mean, you guys saw that. Brum, free kick in. Hope at the back post. Second bite of the cherry. Groshi. Yeah, Groshi's kind of the guy you want in those situations. It's difficult to tell, but apparently that is not off. That is off the line clearance. Hope is a sneaky player. Like, he doesn't have high finishing or anything, but he scores goals. Unlike Valdeson, he's just he's just in and around it all the time. And it's always crazy to me how much and how into, like, how goal scoring of a threat he is. So, yes, we're missing Valdeson and we're missing that creativity, but we're not losing any. We're bringing a different kind of game with Hope. And granted, he has seen a lot. Ooh, Lamont. Good cleanup play there. Hope heads it down. Gilbert, supposedly injured. Gillette steps through the tackle. Oh my God. Look. All right, let's just watch this interchange of play here, because this is just absolutely insane. All right, Carnival gets it. Finds Gilbert on the outside. Gilbert sets the ball. Gillette might have gets tackled. Doesn't find Gilbert, who then finds Hope running through the middle, and they score a beautifully worked goal. Starts with a cutout clearance from Lamont and a pass up to the field from Groshi to Carnival. That is a wonderfully worked goal. And you have to feel that these guys are not up to the races today. I mean, we are playing at home. Home is a fortress to us. You've played well, but there's still room for improvement. I believe that. There's much more to come. There's much more to come. There's much more to come. I mean, Bedov having a little bit of a quiet game as this, but it just means play is being worked on the left side. You always see it. I mean, sometimes Gilbert has an off game. Brownlee is still very hit and miss. He runs hot and cold, but nobody disputes his quality. Kopner is having a good game. Once again, probably because he's bringing that defensive solidity to the team that we always know he has. Gilbert, great pickoff here. He's going to take it himself. Can he pick somebody out? He's going byline. Ooh, boy, okay. A little bit of ping pong action there. We have to watch Hope. He will tire fast. He did play 2 days ago. Jakowski. Hashimoto. Ooh, Martin collects that down, but he is being reined in. Now, you got to admit, Ometrovic probably loved that. But he's, bet off on Ometrovic is something that we've seen before. You probably saw it in the training as Henrique sends it over the bar. So he doesn't have any skills that... their two wingers have played against our two fullbacks in training. So there's nothing that these guys can do that we can't see. Okay. Gilbert is now actually injured. Tight groin. I don't want to bring Ulysses. Oh, we could... Do we want to do that? Do we want to be spicy boys? Yeah, let's be spicy boys. Let's bring Ulysses in. And you'll see why. Gilbert just comes right off. He's run his race. He's good. He'll get arrested anyways. I mean, once again, the league is the league at this point. We really don't care as Groshi clears it. Gillette comes back but doesn't really make anything on it. Bedov, Brownlee cannot get there first. Mitrovic on and Bedov. Little shove from him. Now he's man marking the guy. Side netting. That whenever you see a player make that kind of run, it is almost always side netting. And play continues. Kopner. Hope. Ooh. Is that a foul in the... Really? That's going to be a foul in the box? Was Hope pushed? Interesting. Answers on a postcard here, folks. As we... Wow. Penalty awarded. With the shove. Yannick steps up. Eyes up the keeper and... the ball. I mean, the confidence to just rifle that bottom right corner. Drakowski doesn't even move. Just watches the laser go in there. That's one of those penalties where if he misses it, he hits that post, it's deflecting back 10 yards, at least. Hope gets the clearance, finds Gillette, and here we go, folks. He smelt the hat trick. He wanted it. But it wasn't coming. Not this time. As we're going to put a pause on things here. Brownlee's had a relatively quiet game. Let's bring Robinson on. Because just to bring that little thing. And you know what? Let's bring Zia on. I was thinking about bringing on Don Jurgen and going with a two-striker up front. But Zia is a solid replacement in that attacking playmaker role. Ooh. And they get an away go. Hashimoto picks up his only his second one of the season. Good play by them. Asllani goes for the punch, and I don't see why he just doesn't grab that out of the air. But if I'm going to say anything, and this may be controversial to somebody, this also may be showing my bias, but Asllani reminds me of Hugo Lloris. A good, solid goalkeeper who is prone to the potential to the howler every once in a while. And I think most goalkeepers you would say are like that too. Like the great ones, they just limit the howlers. As Zia gets his first European goal and his 7th of the season. And that other goal means absolutely nothing now. Or it still does. It's an away goal, but you got to feel with us going there and Zia being Johnny on the spot and charging down is doing his best. They are looking for something, man. Ceballos, long throw into nobody, really. Ulysses has this. All right, now we're going to break the line. Here's Robinson. Robinson's he's such a weapon off the bench. God, he's such a weapon. The thing is, too, like, if you start him, and he just doesn't... He doesn't do well starting, but when you bring him in as a substitute late in games, that work rate and pace that he has just destroys their wing backs. In this case, they're wingers because they've gone that way. Now they've not. No, they've gone back to their regular formation. But yeah, it's like 20 minutes of Robinson is just absolutely insane. Pleased with the performance, boys. Well done. Absolutely. What do you think of Zia celebrating his scores? His former club. Well, we loaned him to them. I thought it was great for a footballer. Hashimoto scored against us. Gilbert out for 1 to 2 days. Piazza. Ivan Piazza is humbled in defeat. Gillette, you were superb, man. You're doing Gillette things. 38 goals in all competitions. You are having one of your slower years goal scoring wise, but you've also played less games. And you want to know what? I am happy that you are playing less games. Because you're also having your best year average season wise, because we get to rotate you. We have a team that doesn't mean I have to play you every single game. And this pleases me. So I mean, schedule is pretty obvious here, folks. We're playing Zebra again, and then from there we see what's going on. So this is the semifinal. We are not facing a Manchester team. Odds are we're probably facing Real Madrid. Let's be honest here. A Real Madrid side. Holland. Whoever this guy is. It's apparently a Bayern Munich. 22 goals. Holland, Zakarian, Mbappe, Elias, Junior. Well, we're going to have our own right back play against us probably. I think they have a couple of our former players. A Macedonian goalkeeper, you say? Excuse me? A baking powder. I will definitely take a look at it. Sergio Dest. They have Sergio Dest still. I saw Reyna. I was like, oh yeah, a J Reyna, Giovanni Reyna. But no. Is he a Spaniard through and through? Has he got any American in him? Nope. Federico Valverde is finally leaving. He's joining Sevilla. How many years has he been there? Good long time for him. And a solid career, yeah, I'd have to say, up until most recently. But he's done a lot for Real Madrid. Mbappe's been there a long time. I'd say a pretty solid season. I mean, 22 goals, 12 assists. Erling Haaland, who is only 31. 38 goals this year. Uh-oh, Yannick. We got to get you some more goals. You're splitting times here with Erling. Ah, yes, and good old Mark. We all remember Mark Koch. He's made a lot of appearances. Not as many goals, though. 15 goals for us at Corby. We have Groshi, who has 15. Frickin' maniac. Yannick has 174 goals and 190 appearances. To be honest, he's the reason why the save keeps going. He's one of the reasons. Obviously, we have a ton of great players, but it's just like I want to see how his career ends. He's 23, and I don't know how many people have scored 273 goals at the age of 23. Gilbert, once again, he's just his other scoring partner. The fact he's scored 28 goals in all competitions here, and Brownlee, flash in the pan, hot and cold, 15 and 15, just solid on the right wing. I mean, you have Robinson who plays against lesser opposition usually, but 18 appearances and 7 off the bench, has 16 goals, 7 assists. He's a squad player. Is he going to step up in his contract? I don't think so. That's just amazing. I mean, he's on a lot of money for like a rotation player, but these are the guys, right, that makes your save. These are the guys that like make your team too. You have a guy like Robinson who could just come in off the bench. Right? Robinson, Bernardo Centrino deserves a place in the Brazil squad. He has 6 caps for Brazil and is very close to being a English citizen soon. And how old is he? 22. Is he eligible? What's his eligibility? Work permit. He's trained at club and country too, which is great. When he becomes an English citizen, he'll count. He counts towards foreign players, but he doesn't count he counts towards homegrown, and he counts towards continental, which is huge. And he's exempt from registration because he was 21. He will have to be registered next year. But, you get these kind of guys around here. Brum is the same thing. A young keeper who probably and could be better than Islani. But, we had him developing and we needed to win now. And we got Islani. And, the man he's conceded 24 goals. and 34 appearances, but he has 21 clean sheets. I'm pretty sure that's the most in the Premier League. Yeah. By the way, Newcastle, Jackson, keeping reason why those guys are as high as they are. Gillette, Ba, Gilbert, average ratings, man of the matches. I would love. It would be nuts. But to get Bob back would be amazing too. He is a regular starter. We'll scout him. Might as well ask him. It's high fee required. Referred to play in his position. Preferred position and role. Maybe. I mean, he was prolific for those 3 seasons, those 2.5 seasons, and he has turned into a hell of a prospect. But at the same time, we have to remember, as I pad out the episode, where is our Portuguese boy? Is he here? Nope. Where is? I swear to God, we pretty much have his 2.0 here, who has been playing for Lens and could be the next Malamba, and he looks like he might as well be. But until then, folks, we'll see you for Zebra, and until then, I've been James, you've been you. This has been Corby Town, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Gillette.